when I was about 7 years old. I mainly moved up to Anchorage, Alaska, simply because we have over 300 family members that live just in Alaska. Many people don't realize how fortunate they are, and I'm afraid to admit that I am one of those many people. I went on a 10-day sea kayaking expedition in the wilderness of Prince William Sound with the Chugach Children's Forest. And before my first trip, I was scared, I was nervous, and I was second-guessing myself. I was trying to make myself back out. And I felt that way simply because I didn't know anyone on the trip with me. I felt alone, like I was the only person that didn't experience this before. And I felt like this opportunity wasn't really for me. I felt that I've done anything like this before, and I had no experience. But during the first trip, I realized that the other teens on the trip with me were just like me, that they were also new to this experience, that they also never camped before, and they were also feeling uncertain. And that made me feel like I belonged with them, and because of that sense of belonging, I felt more connected to the land. And during the trip, I learned a lot. I learned a lot about public lands. I learned that there is actually 2 national forests just in Alaska. I learned a lot of skills. I learned how to kayak. I've never been in a kayak before, and I think that was my favorite part of the whole trip. I learned how to put up a tent, even during the pouring rain, without it getting wet. I learned how to use a camp stove. It was a bit burnt, but it was still edible. And I learned a lot about the leave no trace rule. And during the trip, I felt free. I was more confident about myself. And I was even singing out loud. I usually don't do that in the city, unless I'm at home with all my sisters. And I was totally off-key. I was singing the wrong notes, lyrics actually, and I didn't care. I was just me. I could just be myself. I didn't have to act like anyone else. I was just me. And I realized that I almost closed the door of opportunity to myself, simply because I was afraid, I was nervous, and I had conflicting feelings about it. Many teens might have opportunities like this, but they don't take advantage of it. Not only because of the tangible barriers like transportation, money, and gear, but also because of intangible barriers, much like how I felt, like the uncertain thoughts that they don't believe that door is open for them, that they don't have enough experience, that they think they're unable, or that they don't know anyone who's done anything similar before, that they don't feel like they belong, that whether it be because cultural, racial, or even social class reasons, they still don't feel like they belong. And even though I had all of these thoughts, like, I don't belong here before the trip, I still went on the trip. And what the Chugach Children's Forest did was that they didn't give their opportunity offhandedly, that they didn't just put a poster up on the wall, because posters are not genuine or personal. Anyone could really make a poster. That posters only speak to the people who are already looking or already in the organization themselves. But they nominated me, that someone outside of my family thought that I was important, that I could make a change, that I could do something. And it really did boost my self-esteem. And then even after I went through the first trip, I was kept engaged, that they knew I liked to do art, which I do during my free time. And they called me up for the art opportunity, and which is how I became one of the main youth leaders that led the community Capital Christmas Tree Ornament event. And that if I was not given the opportunity to experience the wilderness myself by the Chugach Children's Forest, I don't believe that I would be the same person that I am today.